welcome to coverage of Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship Series on ASPN HD and the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network. We are here at Garvey Park in Dorchester, Mass. to bring you Game 7 featuring the Brighton Black Sox and the Brighton Braves. It is the closeout game of the finals. I'm John Leahy alongside Yawkey League President and staple of the Yawkey Baseball League for 5 decades, Dave McKay. Dave, we'd like to welcome you to the broadcast once again.
I'm very happy, I'm very proud and excited to be here. This is another opportunity for us to share the Yawkey League story with the community, and it's a fabled one. We've been around a long time. We had our roots way back to the old days when the Junior Park League and the City League were a subsidiary of the Boston Park League. We became independent in 1990, and we've had a great history ever since.
Well, before we go on any further, we'd like to give a special thanks to our broadcast sponsor, who has made this coverage possible. Pilch Services, founded by Stan Pilch, is a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. Check them out online at pilchservices.com, the founder being Stan Pilch. And Dave, the Braves and the Black Sox, getting to this point has been half the fun. The series is tied at 3-3. The Black Sox winning last night by a score of 3-1. Clutch pitching, and the Black Sox also using some speed on the bases. It really is appropriate that it comes down to Game 7.
It's amazing that all of our playoff series have been decided by Game 5. The Al Thomas and the Base were eliminated in their series by these prospective teams in a 3-2 format. And tonight we're on a 7-game final, which is the most exciting game in sports. Game 7.
All right, so we are going to step aside. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you as the Brighton Black Sox and the Brighton Braves get set for Game 7 action. You are watching on ASPN HD, and you're also listening on the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network. We will return in just a moment.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
All right, we are back with the television feed. And John Leahy with Dave McKay. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. And we'll start with the Brighton Braves leading off and playing shortstop. It's Ryan Lush batting second. The catcher, Devin Conroy, batting third. Mike Richards, the catcher, batting fourth. In left field, check that right field, it'll be Stephen Walsh. Batting fifth at first base, it'll be Alex Clapes. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Brendan Kelly. Batting seventh in left field, Ted Tracy. Batting eighth at second base, Theo Sox, and batting ninth in center field, it's going to be Jack Hawk. And starting for the Black Sox tonight, it's going to be Saul Johnson Green. During the regular season, he was 2-1 with a 5.99 ERA, 2-0 and a 1.95 ERA during the postseason. The Braves are the home team, and let's take a look at the Braves are the visiting team, rather. I just gave you that. Now the Black Sox lineup will look like this. Justin McKeesmo is in right field leading off. Batting second in left field, it's Jake Bischler. Batting third at first base, Kyle Cachopa. Batting fourth in center field, Ross Zamparelli. Batting fifth at third base, Jared McLeod. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Will Baker. Batting seventh and catching it's going to be Jake Okamoto. Batting 8th at second base, it's going to be Rolando Rodriguez. And batting 9th and playing shortstop, it will be Akib Shah. And doing the pitching, it is going to be Scott Noski for the Black Sox. Noski 4-2 with a 1.98 ERA in the regular season, 2-1 and a 3.71 ERA in the postseason. First pitch of the game is in for a called strike. First pitch thrown at 8:21 p.m. Very comfortable conditions here at the ballpark. This pitch is fouled straight back as
Ryan Lush with a .395 regular season average and posting a .462 playoff average as a leadoff batter for the Braves.
Tremendous rookie season for Lush as he swings and fouls one back.
Hails from Woburn, Massachusetts.
Black Sox in their black uniforms with white numerals on the back. Braves in the home red with black trim. And the pitch will miss outside. Noski, 4-2 with a 1.98 ERA during the regular season. He was terrific. And this pitch is going to miss up high for a ball.
Suffolk University guy, one of those good pitchers. G-O-O-D in capital letters.
Noski, the right-hander, ready. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Lush is down on strikes to
Proof
get
positive.
started.
With a 2-strike count, John, Noski comes with a fastball and challenges him.
You know, Noski has that sort of three-quarter sidearm delivery, which can be tough for a right-handed batter to pick up. Now batting for the Braves, it's going to be their catcher, Conroy, and the pitch misses down low. Count 1-0. Conroy standing in. Here's the pitch, and it's inside. Looked like it hit just the barrel of the bat there. Devin Conroy, .433 during the regular season. 1 home run and 10 RBIs, 13 for 30. And during the postseason, he's hitting .348 with 5 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a called strike.
28-year-old. I complimented him on his hair. I told him, I said, there are people that will pay millions of dollars for that.
And there's a hot smash foul back to the screen. You mentioned the words Game 7, and that brings up a lot of tension and pressure for these players, Dave, but they certainly seem pretty loose.
On whatever level, whatever sport, Game 7 or whatever the final knockout game is the biggie.
Ground ball hit down to second base, and this play will be made. Rodriguez is there to make the play, and that's the second out here in the top of the first. Defense from left to right for the Black Sox. Bichler is in left, Zamparelli is in center, and Machismo is in right. McLeod is at third, Shaw at short, Rodriguez at second, Cachopa is at first. Batter now is going to be Mike Richards, the catcher, right-handed hitter. And he'll pop one foul back upstairs and out of play.
Garvey Park, for our people that don't know where it is located on the Ponset Avenue here in Dorchester, which is the southern part of Dorchester. If you listen,
and just a bit high.
If you listen, you'll hear the dulcet tones of the Southeast Expressway in the background.
We can see it off to in the distance. Very, very accessible ballpark. Noski, the right-hander, is ready, and here's the pitch. And it's in there for a called strike.
One of the great stories of this park, there used to be a concrete grandstand, which most of our Boston parks had along this first base side, and it was demolished for the brand new renovation.
Noski deals, and it's fouled straight back and out of play. Also hear a lot of planes go overhead as this is
the
on
landing path.
The flight path
right over my house. This is a home for Dorchester baseball, Little League baseball, and Babe Ruth baseball. It's fantastic.
Another foul, and Richards is making Noski work here.
They made this a multi-purpose field. This is for soccer, lacrosse, baseball. There's a massive hockey rink, the Divine Rink, in the center field area. Thousands of kids have learned how to skate and become great hockey players there.
Noski comes inside. This pitch is right under the chin.
That breaking ball didn't break. There's a fine basketball court. They have street hockey games and also a Poochie Park out in the outfield.
You mean a dog park, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Noski's pitch, low and outside.
And we're taping this game on International Dog Day. So happy Dog Day to all the dogs.
My wife is listening in Blackstone right now, and she is a huge dog lover, so she'll appreciate the fact that you gave the pups a shout-out.
Laurie, we love you.
Line drive into left field. There's a two-out single. Richards smacks it into left, and there's the first base runner of the ball game. Fastball up in the zone.
That ball went deep on the ground, John, but nice job by the left fielder, Tracy. He surrounded it and kept it to a single. This is pretty good baseball there in kind of a darkened area.
So that's going to bring us now to Stephen Walsh. He is the right fielder, big stocky right-handed hitter, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. I want to welcome our listeners on the Harbor Light Sessions radio network, and of course our great television audience on ESPN HD.
Steve's 43 years of age.
Runner goes,
Oh,
the
boy.
pitch is inside, and that plunked him right up in between the shoulder blades.
The starting pitcher and losing pitcher for the Braves last night, Arms, had a little bit of wildness problems. He had a great outing. He hit, what do you believe,
Five batters,
five guys,
yeah.
and that was part of his demise. That is a toughie.
So you've got runners at first and second now with two outs. Noski, after retiring the first two, has let the next two get on, and the batter now will be Alex Clapes, the first baseman. Braves are in their home red jerseys with black trim. High fly ball to the left side. This will be the left fielder coming over, and making the catch is Bischler, and that is going to retire the side. So no harm, no foul, as they get two runners on, and they do not score. So Clapes flies out to left. In the inning, no runs, one hit, no errors, and 2 men left. We've played half an inning here in Dorchester. It is the Braves nothing, and the Black Sox coming on up. We'd like to big thank you to our sponsor, broadcast sponsor for the game tonight, Stan Pilch and Pilch Services. Pilch Services was founded by Stan. It's a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs, trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results. Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. You can check them out online at pilchservices.com. And Stan Pilch, of course, is the founder. And Dave, we owe a lot to Stan as he stepped up and is a sponsor for this crucial Game 7 tonight.
Well, Stan, thank you, sir. You helped us out last night and helping us out again tonight, and we're eternally grateful. The umpires have gathered at first base. The manager of the Brighton Sox has filed a complaint about the lighting issue in left field, and they're consulting right now. The ball game is in their hands, and I believe they're going to continue.
It appears so. The umpires are headed back to their respective positions on the field. And we got a taste of how the outfielders will get a look at those fly balls, Dave. And the first ball that was hit out there was caught with no problem, so hopefully it'll be that way for the duration here.
But as he was coming off the field, the Brighton Sox left fielder gave a thumbs down, and he went right to his manager and complained to him. That was Bichler, not Ted Tracy.
All right, here's the first pitch of the top of the first, as the Black Sox will come up as the home team here in the bottom of the inning. Justin McKeesmoo will lead it off. First pitch was low for a ball, and the second pitch is cut on and missed. McKeesmoo was a big part of the Black Sox success in the game last night.
And a big part of the success for this team in their championship last year, 2023. MVP, as noted, 373 regular season average, batting in and around 353 right now.
Yeah, in fact, his average has been elevated to 361. There's a hot smash foul down the third base line.
And that's via your tremendous capacity to follow this game and get stats together.
Well, I have to thank the Yawkey League website that does a great job in updating the stats. There's a ground ball hit directly at the shortstop, and it's bobbled, and you're not going to get Machismo on a bobble, Dave,
No.
as he will beat it out.
And this is life in the danger zone, boys and girls, with Machismo at first base leading off in the first inning. That was a playable ball. They can't complain about the lights on that one. You can't surround the ball and you bobble a ball like that. It's an error.
E6 all the way. Lush, the shortstop, will be charged with the error. Here's Bichler, the left fielder. Bichler up there from the right side. Give you some information on the pitcher Johnson Green here in a moment as well. Bichler 294 in the postseason, no home runs and 3 runs batted in. For the Braves, Saul Johnson Green has done some closing for this team. He's 2-0 with a 1.95 ERA in the postseason. The big right-hander ready, and time will be called.
Quite a versatile player, this kid Bichler, as shortstop, second baseman, left fielder, and center fielder. Moves himself around the diamond, makes himself available.
Johnson Green in the regular season was 2-1 with a 5.19 ERA. Now the right-hander deals. It's a high fly ball into right center field, and camped under it, making the catch is Hawk, and that'll be the first out. Let's take a look at the defense for the Brighton Braves. You've got Ted Tracy playing in left field. The center fielder is Jack Hawk. In right field, it is Stephen Walsh. Around the infield, Devin Conroy is your third baseman. Ryan Lush is playing shortstop. The second baseman is Sox. The pitch misses downstairs and low to Cachopa. That is Theo Sox, who is in there at second base, and Clapes is at first. Richards behind the plate.
Cachopa had quite a season at a .429 batting average.
And there's a ground ball hit sharply at shortstop. Lush has a chance to redeem himself to second for one, and the throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. That'll be a force out, 6-4 if you're scoring with us at home.
Lush made a nifty recovery on that, wrapped himself around that baseball, charged it from get-go, got it over to second, gave his second baseman an opportunity for a double play, but Bichler get down there. Cachopa got down there.
Here's Ross Zamparelli. They'll check on the runner at first, and he's back. Zamparelli is the center fielder for the Brighton Black Sox. And this one is squib fouled off to the right.
One of the good parts of that double play, it erased a speedy runner in Machismo.
Yes.
And a dangerous one.
Zamparelli, 341 during the regular season, no home runs and 22 runs batted in. Did not have a stolen base during the regular season, 314 in the postseason. High fly ball straightaway center field. The ball is well hit. Center fielder will go back on the ball, and this looks to be 4 extra bases.
That's a home run, my
home
friend.
run. They just signaled.
That ball is out of the ballpark.
And
And that's a deep home run, by the way. That's not cheap.
Zamparelli connects for the 2-run homer to make it 2-0 for the Black Sox. Hawk just ran out of room. You can see the Blackhawks Sox celebrating on our television feed. So Zamparelli with the postseason home run. Dave, that's his first home run of the postseason. He's now driven in 9 in the postseason. Here's the pitch to McLeod, and it misses low.
I mean, admittedly down the right field line, and not the left field line, but the right field line is a short porch, but that's a mighty poke. I'm not quite sure of the dimensions, John, here.
Yes. Jaron McLeod is a native of Dorchester, Mass. Attended Framingham State. Fastball in there for a called strike at the letters.
Member of the Massachusetts National Guard.
Yes, indeed.
Serving his country.
The right-hander Johnson Green deals. And it's in there for a called third strike. And that is going to retire the side. But the Black Sox come up with 2 runs. They do so on the home run by Zamparelli. 2 runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error. Nobody left. We've played 1 inning here in Dorchester. It's the Black Sox 2 and the Braves nothing. You're tuned in to Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship Series on the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network and ASPN HD. We're back in a moment.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
We are back here at beautiful Garvey Park in Dorchester. Top half of the 2nd inning. And the first pitch to Brendan Kelly misses inside, ball 1. Kelly is the designated hitter for the Brighton Braves. Noski ready. And there's a chopper to the right side, slowly hit. Second baseman in. Making the play there is Rodriguez. And we have 1 away.
How about that charity hop, boys and girls? Nice pop right up into the glove.
So Kelly is out 4-3, and here comes the player manager for the Brighton Braves, Ted Tracy, 46 years old, and he's been a lifer here in the Yawkey League.
Yeah, that is, and he's kept this team together, one of our charter teams in the Yawkey League, and a real solid force.
Tracy is up there from the left-hand side, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1, 1-0.
This diamond has been reversed. It used to be in the right field corner.
Tracy with a swing and a miss.
And it is named in honor of a former student of mine who lost his life in a fishing accident, Gerard Duchesne.
And the pitch misses low and inside, yet it's Duchesne Park on the campus of the Garvey playground here, if you will.
That's correct. Yep.
The right-hander Noski deals. Swinging a line drive right back to the pitcher.
How do you do, Mr. Baseball?
A line out back to the mound.
Right back to the box.
And when you're a pitcher, Dave, it's scary to see those line drives coming at you. You need quick reflexes.
When you're young, you have reflexes. I haven't had a reflex since 1985. The only thing that I used to save was my beers when they fell down. I'd always grab them.
Here's Theo Sox. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
My favorite name in the Yawkey League for 2024.
Well, how could it not be, right?
Yeah.
Sox was 0 for 3 last night with 2 strikeouts in Game 6. Check swing foul is off to the right.
Well, the question is, I hope he changes his socks. Unlike Kyle Yastrzemski, who used to wear the same socks for seasons on end.
The ball players are superstitious lot. And the pitch misses low and outside from the right-hander Noski, who has been staked to a 2-run lead.
It's very hard for old people like me to think that Kyle Yastrzemski is 85 years of age.
Yeah, just had a birthday the end of August.
Yep.
Here's the pitch a week ago. Line drive out in the left center field. That ball is down for a base hit, and it's going to hop over the left fielder's head.
For a ground rule double.
Ground rule double for Sox.
Well, one of the things about this field situation is that calls, situations go both ways. And in this case, the ground ball was unplayable. That was not going to be played. And it popped over the player's head and center field for a ground rule double.
The batter will be Jack Hawk. He's the number 9 hitter in the order, center fielder. Hawk, during the regular season, hit just 129 with no home runs and 5 runs batted in. He was 8 for 40 during the regular season, 294 during the postseason. Here's the pitch. And this one is up in the zone for ball 1. A check of the runner at second, and the pitch is under the chin. Top of the second here in Dorchester. As Dave mentioned, the Southeast Expressway, I-93, beyond the outfield wall, clearly visible here. The right-hander deals, and there's a called strike. This is the final game of the 2024 Yawkey League season. We will and must have a winner tonight.
Yes.
Check swing fouled off to the right. The ball hits the top of the netting.
Well, the Yawkey League is proud this year that we did some innovative management of our program. We tried to get away from playing a monumental number of weekend games so that our players can enjoy their friends and family. We also added a new team, the base.
Now the right-hander deals, and he's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Hawk frustrated with himself going after that high pitch. There were no runs in the inning, 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left. The Braves have left 3 through the first 2 innings. We have played an inning and a half here in Dorchester. It is the Brighton Black Sox 2 and the Brighton Braves nothing in Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship Series. We'd like to give a special thank you to Pilch Services, founded by Stan Pilch. They are a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. Check them out online at pilchservices.com. The founder is Stan Pilch, and we are very grateful for his support. We move along to the bottom half of the second inning. The Black Sox, who are the home team, they will send up Baker, Okamoto, and Rodriguez. That's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters.
Stan Pilch, lifelong friend of our good friend Alan Showstack. They did everything together as kids. They played baseball together. They went to school together. And now they're partnered to help get Yawkey Baseball League back on the airwaves.
First pitch misses low, ball 1.
And you can't get a better picture than is being shown right now.
Absolutely. The pitch is a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner. I want to give a special shout out to our production team here. Arlen Shostak, our director and producer. Our technical consultant is Chris Murphy. What a great job Chris did today as the pitch is popped in the air off to the right side, and the first baseman had it go over his head. That's a fair ball. First baseman looked like he misjudged that, Dave.
Okay, not only did the first baseman misjudge the ball, he should have left that to the right fielder's attention. And also, the pitcher took an hour and a half to get over to first base to cover. You have to make sure that first base is covered in that situation.
And it's important to have communication between the fielders.
Yep.
Or else.
I didn't hear much.
All right, here's the catcher, Okamoto. Jake Okamoto, the Placentia, California native. He shows bunt, and then he pulls back and swings and fouls it off to the right out of play.
We had a key situation last night that I thought that he was going to pop one down the line, but he did not. Third baseman is playing back of the bag, and you never know in this situation.
Okamoto went to Emerson College, which is an excellent communication school right here in Boston. Short lead at first, and a foul back to the screen by Okamoto.
Nice challenge on that pitch. Just getting back to our achievements for 2024, we brought back the base, so we're up to 6 teams. We instituted interleague play. We have everybody in the Park League, Intercity League, and Yawkey League playing each other.
Johnson Green deals. This one's up under the chin.
At least one game. And then we'll meet in the offseason, reevaluate the situation. Everybody loved it. It was a great opportunity for everybody to travel to all the different ballparks and play all the different teams.
Johnson Green from the stretch, and he'll miss high with the fastball here.
Got to give Rick DeAngelis, the president and chairman of the board of directors of the Intercity League, a lot of credit, and the great Walter Benson, the president of the Boston Park League. I'll take a pat in the back, too.
You deserve one.
Well, if nobody gives it to me, I'll give myself a pat in the back. Thank you, John.
Giving him one right here.
Alan's got the camera in on the field, but John Leahy just gave me a pat in the back.
Runner at first. The leadoff man on with what we believe is an infield single. And there's a foul straight back here. That was close.
We would not have been able to do that unification without John Griffith and Dave Tresca's leadership. They did the scheduling and they modified it. Every team chipped in, but they did the bull work on it. And I'm really proud of our guys.
And there's a called third strike. Nasty pitch, a fastball in at the knees. And Okamoto is called out on strikes, one away. Big strikeout there. And here's the second baseman, Rodriguez, stepping in.
John, you've done enough games with me, and you've seen my team play so many times. I am not happy when a player takes a third strike. Yep. That's right across
It is your belief that the hitters need to be aggressive up there.
Without a doubt.
Ground ball back past the mound. Shortstop up with it. Lush steps on the bag. Over to first.
Oh.
And they turn it. A 6-3 double play.
That is a heck of a ball play right there.
No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left. We're at the end of 2 in Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship Series. It's the Brighton Black Sox 2 and the Brighton Braves nothing. Stay with us. We're back with more in a moment. You're watching and listening to Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship Series on ASPN HD and the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
We are back here at Garvey Park in Dorchester alongside Dave McKay. I'm John Leahy, our production crew, Arlen Shostak, our producer and director. Chris Murphy is our technical assistant on site. 2-0 is our score, the Black Sox leading on a 2-run homer by Ross Zamparelli. We start the top of the third, and it's Ryan Lush fouling it off to the right. Lush 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. And Noski deals, and there's a called strike.
I'd like to give a salute to the manager of the Brighton Sox, 31 years in the Yawkey Baseball League. Started out with the Hyde Park Rangers, West Roxbury, and the Brighton Sox. 17 years with this ball club as their leader. 31 overall in the Yawkey Baseball League.
Outstanding. Scott Noski working from the stretch, even with no runners on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Lush is down on strikes. That's the first out here in the bottom of the third. Lush 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
One of the things that I'd like to say about this kid Noski, he's smooth as silk. He gets that ball, he throws it to the plate, and it looks like with very little effort.
And he's around the plate more often than not. Here's Conroy. He grounded to second his first time. He'll lift this off the end of the bat down the right field line. It's going to land in what I thought was fair territory, Dave, but apparently not. Foul ball.
It drifted to the right because I'm sitting on this side of the diamond. I kind of pitched the field the other way.
If you're interested, there is virtually no wind tonight, although the wind just picked up a moment ago, as I just said that.
The only wind is coming out of me. I hope you're enjoying this radio broadcast, telecast. No, it's a broadcast over Harbor Light Sessions, the John Leahy Network.
Line drive to the right side, and this will be caught. It hung up for McKeesmo, and that's the second out. Conroy hit it right on the screws.
One of the things about my partner here that I want you to all know, he runs tremendous podcasts and various and sundry subjects. He's had me on there a couple of times, God bless him.
We have our NFL preview coming up. We're going to record it tomorrow, and you can hear it at LeahyStorytelling.com on Wednesday. Here's
Very
Richards.
professional, as everything you do.
Well, it's great to be with great people. We're blessed to have the crew we have here. Great to be doing Yawkey League baseball again. Noski's pitch. That is outside. It started over the plate and then tailed over.
That was
outside.
a bit of a submariner.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. I loved watching the great submarine pitchers. I thought Dan Quisenberry was probably
he was
the
amazing,
best of all
wasn't
time.
he? Yeah. Coos.
Noski deals. And this pitch is up high.
He's not getting that pitch. I thought that was pretty nice.
Richards singled to left with 2 outs in the first. Moved up to second on a hit batsman, but was left stranded there. Third baseman playing even with a bag at third. And this one's fouled straight back. The net right in front of our producer and director. Thank God there was some net there.
Well, if it hits anything, it'll hit him in the chest, and he's fortified. He's strong as an ox.
You know, Dave, the rule is protect the equipment first.
That's right. Oh, absolutely.
And
Don't
your
break
bodily
camera.
safety comes second. The pitch up and in. I broke my hand in Aberdeen, Maryland once. A foul ball came right back at my head, and I was elevated above the stadium. I stuck my hand out to protect my equipment from getting damaged.
Oh, the equipment. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to get a souvenir.
No, that was life preservation. The right-hander deals, and it is
Ball four.
outside and low, ball 4.
In 1968, I was in the center field bleachers, and I was up in probably about row 12 or 13, and a line drive home run was hit by Hawk Harrelson.
Yep.
And I loved Hawk Harrelson. So I ran. I ran down those stairs, and I ran. And I caught the ball, but my ankle went out from underneath me.
Wow.
I busted my ankle. So I'll never go after another fly ball again.
Pitch inside to Walsh, ball 1. Of course, Hawk Harrelson worked for both the Red Sox and the White Sox in a
That he did.
broadcasting capacity. His most notable times were with the White Sox.
And he had some of the craziest looking outfits. Those were the hippie era where people used to dress up.
And he was a great golfer as well. There's a
He was.
pickoff move, and
Just retired from the White Sox.
right in the nick of time, too.
Yeah.
The White Sox have 100 losses.
Oh,
It's been a tough year on the south side of Chicago.
and they maybe have to get out of there.
Runner goes. The pitch is in there for a called strike. Here's the throw. It's in time.
How often do you see that? Strike him out, throw him out in amateur baseball. That's pretty darn good.
Richards is caught stealing. It will go 2-6. And that is going to end the top of the third. 2-6 if you're scoring at home. We have played 2.5 innings It is the Brighton Braves on top of the Brighton Black Sox by a score of 2-0. A big thank you goes out to our friend Stan Pilch and Pilch Services. Pilch Services, founded by Stan Pilch, is a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, a fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and they will guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. You can find them online at pilchservices.com, and the founder, of course, is Stan Pilch. We move along to the bottom half of the third inning, and the
How are you, Paisan?
Black Sox ahead 2-0.
Good to see you.
On the two-run
God bless
homer
you.
by Ross Zamparelli. That's been the difference in the ball game.
I was talking about John Griffith and being National Dog Day. I want to make sure that we give him a shout out. He works very closely with Snort, Short Nose's only rescue team. It's a dog rescue that focuses on pugs, Boston Terriers, French Poodles, French Bulldogs, and English Bulldogs. And he does a terrific job with that. And we're going to give a Dog Day shout out to the manager of the Black Sox, John Griffith. Thank you for letting me do that.
All right, Akeem Shaw leads off, and he'll take a called strike, 0-1. Shaw, 227 during the regular season, no homers and 3 RBIs. He was 10 of 44, and he'll swing and pop this pitch off to the left. Third baseman will give it a look, and it's out of play. Shaw, 227 in the postseason, no home runs, and 2 runs batted in. 5 for 22 in the postseason.
One of the nuances of this ballpark, when they first opened it, you'd come here and they had an emergency City of Boston phone line behind here in the parking lot.
Caught on and missed, strike 3.
And every 15 minutes it would make an announcement saying, "You are being watched. You are on camera."
Heard that earlier. Stop and Shop next door is making those announcements. 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and Makismo will step in. He reached on an error in the first inning. He was erased on a force out. That was prior to the 2-run homer. And the pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1.
He held off. If I haven't said it yet in the 2 games that we've worked together, my favorite Yawkey League player, except for Cam Plank. Now, the only reason why I'm saying that about Plank is he's standing my right.
High fly ball hit deep to left. Is anyone going to be able to see that ball? It's back, and it looked like it was caught. No, it's a home run.
Home run.
The ball disappeared out of play, and it is a home run for the leadoff man, Makismo.
I think if you look into the camera work there, that ball was not catchable. It wasn't. You had no business going after that. It was hit out of the ballpark.
So it's now a 3-0 game, and here's Bischler. He flied out to center. All the runs have come by way of the home run. By the way, it is a comfortable 70 degrees.
Oh, and you got a little breeze there. You talked it up.
Pitch is in for a called strike. I'll tell you, Dave, I talked to you earlier this afternoon. We were looking at the radar. We were really concerned that rain would be a problem, but not the case.
In fact, I urged both you and Arlen not to bring your equipment because I didn't want to be the cause of having your electronics damaged. Chris Murphy was kind of the driving force today in getting Arlen to get over here.
Yeah.
Right, Chris?
Chris did a lot to get us up and running, and we're very grateful to him for that. Here's Bischler standing in, and the pitch is in there
Nice
for a
pitch.
called third strike.
Once again, called third strike. You got to swing.
That is the second out of the inning and the second strikeout for Johnson Green.
My players can't stand me because I'm always on their backs about that. One of my pet peeves.
Here is Cachopa stepping on in. Right-handed hitter, reached on a force play. There's a ground ball down to shortstop on the first pitch. Ryan Lush makes the play. One pitch, and they retire Cachopa. And that is going to do it here in the third inning. There was one run on the home run by Machismo. One run. There was one hit. No errors, nobody left. After 3, it's the Brighton Black Sox 2 and the Brighton Braves nothing. We'll step aside. You're watching the Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship on ASPN HD and listening on the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
We're back here in Dorchester as we move along to the top half of the fourth inning. Zamparelli, McLeod, and Baker coming up. Check that. For the Braves, it's going to be Walsh, Clapes, and Kelly. That'll be your order in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch is popped in the infield. Third baseman comes over and makes the snow cone play for out number 1.
And if you could hear the third baseman, he's selling, I got. And Steve was fooled on that as he popped it up, Steve Walsh. He was going to send that soaring, but he just missed it.
Walsh is out on a pop to third. Here is the first baseman, Clapes. 0 for 1. He flied out to left in his first at bat. Here's the pitch.
He's going to tell you, Dave, that looked like a beach ball. Yeah, but you're up against a near pro here. This kid is going to go somewhere.
Noski, the right-hander, ready, in the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. 2 complete games in yesterday's game. Both pitchers went the distance, and there was no bullpen activity. I imagine we'll see a similar situation here tonight as Noski fires a strike in at the letters.
Braves have a lot of work to do. Approaching the middle innings, they've got to get men on base. And the only way they can accomplish that is by hitting the baseball.
Noski deals.
This kid isn't going to give up too many walks. I don't want to jinx him, but
missed low with that offering. And Scott Noski's pitch is lined past the shortstop into center field. That is a base hit.
What do I tell you?
The never say die Braves, Dave.
And I'm a magician. I just make things happen. I wish I could do that with the McKay Club.
Clapes with a base hit. That's the third hit of the ball game for the Braves. And that'll bring up Kelly, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to second. Dave, these games that we've done over the last 2 nights, first time I've been in a baseball broadcast booth since 2019.
Imagine.
When the Lowell Spinners ceased operations.
How many times you invited me out there and I couldn't make it. I really missed an opportunity.
Spinners unfortunately did not survive COVID and then the restructuring of the minor leagues as the short season leagues were dissipated, the 2 in North America.
You have a new assignment coming up. You may want to tell our friends about.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to the fall and winter season. Swing and a miss here by Kelly. I'm moving down I-495 to do some work with the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. I'll be doing their hockey starting this fall after 19 seasons at Merrimack College. The right-hander deals, and this pitch is lifted high in the air out into left center field. And there to make the catch is Bischler, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Noski has a brother who's a pitcher who played for the McKay Club for a season. His name is Scott.
Here's Ted Tracy. He had a rocket back to the mound his first time, 0 for 1. Dave, we do have a listener tonight that I know you'll be interested in knowing about. Pickoff move, and the runner gets back. Kevin George indicated he was going to be tuned in tonight on the radio broadcast.
Kevin is one of our all-time great Hall of Famers.
Played for the South Boston Saints, if I'm not mistaken. Tracy lines one to right, and coming in to make the catch on the shoestring is Machismo, and that is going to retire the side. Great play by the right fielder.
Machismo got a great jump on that. Shoestrings catch. Perfect play to end the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. So at the end of 3.5, it is the Brighton Black Sox up on top of the Brighton Braves by a score of 3-0. We're going to take this opportunity once again to thank our sponsor, Stan Pilch. And Stan founded Pilch Services. It's a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and they guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. And certainly it could have used a professional like Stan, Dave, and we had a water damage incident at our home, and we got back up to speed, but that's the kind of thing Stan helps with, and he's one of the best in the business.
Nothing worse than water damage and catastrophic damage that causes mold, mildew.
You can find Stan's company at pilchservices.com.
I wonder if he can renovate a broken human body that's 71 years of age.
That's what keeps the doctors in business.
Oh, yeah. They're making big bucks off of me.
Bottom of the 4th, Zamparelli, McLeod, and Baker do. Line drive, and it's off the glove of the leaping shortstop. And the first runner will reach.
In Lush's defense, he jumped too early for that one. He made the play before the ball was there. It's all about timing in baseball.
Dave, if you're an official scorer, how would you break that one down?
Base hit.
All right.
Base hit.
The effort was made. Ball hit off the heel of the glove. So Zamparelli leads with a base hit. He's 2 for 2. And here's McLeod, the third baseman. McLeod is 0 for 1. He was called out on strikes his first time. Ground ball hit sharply to short. Lush has it over to second, out there, on to first, 2. Double play.
How do you do 6-4-3, baby?
That's called redeeming yourself, although I don't think Lush made a bad play on that line drive.
Nope.
But 2 quick outs now. Double play is the pitcher's best friend, as the goalpost is the goaltender's best friend in hockey.
Got to get that hockey in there, which is coming soon.
October.
The Bruins just did their world tour.
Yep. Baker takes a called strike, 0-1.
My team captain, Connor Dines, recycles all the old equipment and he sells it as a fundraiser. He's in charge of that. So if you want to buy some dirty old hockey socks, you can get them from him. I told him, I said, come on, what do you recycle? He said, everything. I said, I don't want to know about it.
The breaking pitch was in for strike 2, and a line drive foul down the first base line.
And any person who ever had a person that played hockey in their life who lived with them, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's nothing worse than the smell of hockey equipment.
Johnson Green, the starter, still out there for the Braves. He's been a fireman out of the bullpen as well, so he's a very durable guy on both ends.
Getting the job done.
Johnson Green deals, swinging a ground ball down to short. Lush has it. He'll set and fire in time for the out, and that will retire the side. Baker is out 6-3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We've played 4 innings in Dorchester. It's the Brighton Black Sox 3 and the Brighton Braves nothing. It's Game 7 of the Yawkey League Championship Series. We're back in just a moment on ASPN HD television and the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
of the 5th inning as we come to you from Garvey Park in Dorchester. And coming on up for the Braves, it's going to be Okamoto, Rodriguez, and Shaw. Lower third. First pitch is swung on and top foul.
Started to talk quickly about the young man who is the brother of our starting pitcher, Scott Noski, who plays at Framingham State University. He has an interesting
Pitch down and away.
Interesting hobby, staring in the eyes of Justin McKismo. I'm going to have to find out what that one's all about.
Okamoto was called out on strikes his first time. He'll line one in the left center field for a base hit. Center fielder over to cut it off. And a leadoff single for Okamoto. And he's now 1 for 2.
Well, now's the time to start hitting, Braves. You don't want to wait until the last minute. Not against Noski. He's lights out right now.
Here is Rolando Rodriguez, who attended Central Maine Community College.
And he has the most musical sounding name on the roster. Rolando Rodriguez.
He is a native of right here in Boston. The pitch in there for a called strike.
You know, one of the things about our players, John, is that these guys all go to college and universities in the area, and they also work full-time during the day and play baseball at night.
And there's a foul back to the screen.
One of our most difficult tasks is to enjoin them into the word commitment. You've got to focus on your team and the league rather than all the other annoyances that are going on. It's not like the old days where people are pounding your door down and saying, I want to play baseball.
Quick pickoff move, and the runner dives back in.
This is a sidelight. So the kids that you see on both of these rosters, these guys have been here since mid-May, and here we are at the end of August.
The right-hander deals, and it's cut on and missed.
Been a long grind for them.
And it's been that way in the Yawkey League for a long, long time.
Yep.
Rodriguez swings and misses. And that is going to be the 5th strikeout for Scott Noski. Here's Shaw, the shortstop. He was a strikeout victim. Oh, I beg your pardon. Let's see. Do I have the wrong side of my score sheet here?
You're permitted.
All right, so it was a base hit for Sox that started the inning.
Yep.
And then it was a strikeout just a moment ago of Hawk. So 1 out, 1 on, so my apologies there. The batter now is Ryan Lush, the shortstop. He struck out twice. The right-hander deals, and Lush swings and pokes a foul off to the right and out of play.
One of the things that the city of Boston did when they did this field over is they perched it on an arc, if you can see, and basically because of the flooding that takes place here.
There's a fastball outside and low.
We're very, very close to Dorchester Bay,
Yep.
over the expressway, and then we're in a valley here, believe it or not. Adams Corner and the Ponset is a valley, and this field is down grade below sea level, and this thing used to flood mammoth proportions.
And the good thing is that they have artificial turf here, so the field will drain quickly.
Right.
The right-hander deals. It's a pop foul back up on top of the screen in front of us.
One of the things is the dirt surface on the mound is sometimes very difficult to maintain because you have so many teams, so many leagues utilizing it. Curly Peterson, who is really a great guy, one of our umpires and also a good friend.
Swing and a miss. Lush is down on strikes.
He does a great job going out manicuring mounds and fields. And
Lush now has struck out swinging 3 times. You don't see that very often. Here's Conroy. He's grounded to second and lined to right. He's 0 for 2.
Talking about striking out, he struck out George Scott. He struck out Kaya Stremski. And he struck out Rico Petroselli in a preseason game at Fenway Park way back when.
Swing and a miss, strike one to Conroy. How was the old-time baseball game this year?
I didn't stay for the contest. I was on kind of short leash. I sang the national anthem and went home. It was packed.
One person, as the pitch is up high for a ball, one person you can always expect to see there is Steve Buckley, the longtime writer for the Boston Herald.
This is their 30th anniversary, John.
Swinging a foul back straight up over our heads.
One of the umpires is at first base, one of our very own, Kyle Rodriguez, who was a manager of the Southend Astros. He also played for me several years. Kyle's a great guy.
Yep.
He was at the old-time game.
Runner with a short lead at first. Here's the pitch. And it's outside.
One of the nifty things about the old-time baseball is that they wear old-school uniforms from back in the day.
Black Sox lead it. 3-0 is our score. Pitch is lined over the head of the second baseman Rodriguez. And this one's going to go for a while. This one is chased way, way out in the right center field. One run is it's a triple, an RBI triple for Conroy, and that puts the Braves on the board.
That broke the ice for the Brighton Braves. That was a clean double. Unplayable out there. He's got to chase it, and it was impossible.
Sox comes in to score. So would you call that a double and advancing on the throw, or a triple?
Yes, a double advancing on the throw.
All right, here's Richards. He has singled to left and walked. He's perfect on the day, 1 for 1. Braves are on the board. Tying run is at the plate. There's a swing and a foul tip. It is 0-1.
One of Noski's tasks here is to minimize the damage, John.
Yep. Richards is also caught stealing to end the third inning. Pitch drops off low and outside. Runner at third with 2 outs. 3-1 our score. The Black Sox on top. And this one misses high. Good crowd on hand here in Dorchester tonight to witness this deciding Game 7.
Big spot here.
Noski will check the runner, and here's the pitch. High fly ball into right center field. Pretty well hit, and reaching up and making the catch is Machismo, and that will retire the side. So he was able to stem the damage. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 crucial runner.
Machismo had to run a country mile there, John.
Yep. So we have come to the end of 4.5 here, and it is the Brighton Black Sox 3 and the Brighton Braves 1. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Pilch Services, founded by Stan Pilch. It is a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. Check them out online at pilchservices.com. And our founder, the founder of the company, is Stan Pilch. The Black Sox will be coming up at the bottom of the 5th. They're going to have Okamoto, Rodriguez, and Shaw due up against the starter Saul Johnson Green. And both starters have gone the distance in this one.
Very important inning for the Brighton Braves defensively. They need to not allow any further runs so that they can mount their comeback, which they've done several times in the playoffs in 2024.
Jake Okamoto will get us started. Okamoto is 0 for 1. He was called out on strikes in his first at bat. Black Sox in their home black jerseys with the word Sox on the left breast. Pitch is in there for a called strike. If you were to visualize these uniforms for our radio audience, Dave, they are exactly like the Chicago White Sox road uniforms.
The old days, yeah. Yeah.
The pitch, swing and a foul on a curve off to the right and out of play.
I'm one of the very few Bostonians who could say that he's been to the new White Sox Stadium. I went to the 2004 All-Star game, and not a bad place.
We saw the outside of it. Curve is looped foul up on top of the screen.
It's in the worst place in the world. There's no activity. There's no restaurants. There's no ambiance. There's a college and university across the highway, but very little of any attractions.
Jim Croce wrote about the south side of Chicago.
Yep.
Pitch is swung on and ripped foul down the third base line. The ball was dove for, and it's going to be a foul ball.
Good timing by the third baseman. That was a line drive. He had it.
Conroy really stretched out for that one.
Great camera work by Alan Shostak here. We have a mini monitor that allows us to see the action.
It comes in handy for fly balls deep to the outfield. Here's the pitch, and it bounces up to home plate.
I just got a text message from family members. They're listening on the Leahy network, and they said it sounds pretty darn good. Said, you sound great. I am not great.
You're doing great, Dave. Here's
I
the
try.
pitch. It's popped high in the air. Shortstop is in position. Lush will make the play. That's going to be out number one. We thank our listeners from far and wide. Dave, this broadcast is being heard around the world on the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
I've been around the world in a days, not in 80 days. My whole life is spinning top. Come down here tonight, the light is out in left field. Oh my goodness. We were stressing about the weather, and then we had that solved. God solved that for us.
Rodriguez will pop this one foul off to the right. It's drifting toward the seats, and it's out of play. Rodriguez hit into a 6-3 double play. Well, Dave, we want to thank our listeners who are tuned in. And unfortunately, the only difficult part of this radio stream is there's no way to capture live comments. And hopefully the radio station will be able to do that in the near future. But we thank our listeners and our viewers. Here's the pitch.
Nice
Fastball
pitch.
Strike. A fastball in at the letters. 3-1 is your score. Black Sox on top as we play in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Here's the pitch. Downstairs and low. We do have another event coming up here on the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network. I'll tell you about it after this pitch. And it is loop foul off to the right. I'm going to do my final book signing of my summer tour on September 14th at the Barnes & Noble in Manchester, New Hampshire. My good friend Ken Kale will be alongside, and we'll be streaming that right here on the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
Look forward to seeing that.
Pitch is downstairs for a ball. That will be on September 14th. Go to johnrleahy.com for details on all the events. Johnson Green ready. Here's the pitch. Strike called, and he'll pick up the strikeout. He froze him with the fastball, Dave. You might have been expecting something else there.
Well, I have nothing to say other than swing the bat. And it's easy enough for me to say because I'm sitting here, but you create the environment that you're in by not being offensive-minded on a called third strike. You have to protect that plate.
Here's Aqib Shah. He takes the pitch up high. Shah struck out swinging his first time.
I hope these players don't get angry with me.
It's part of the game. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and outside. Want to say hi to my wife, Lori Ann Leahy. She's listening down in Blackstone, Mass. to our live broadcast here tonight.
The long-suffering Laurie.
She wouldn't agree with you, Dave.
Oh, I know.
Pitch Pitch is in there for a called strike.
She's been at your side at every twist and turn. God bless her.
And don't forget, for our television audience, you can catch the replay of this game on YouTube at ASPNHD.com. There's the pitch. It's in there for a called strike.
Just think you can listen to this and see this multiple times. I think.
Now the right-hander ready, and it's a fastball upstairs.
I may be speaking out of turn on that one, but
Infield deep and all the way around for the right-handed hitting Shaw. And it's fouled back to the screen.
one of the shortest backstops in Boston sports here. If you notice, usually the backstops are really way far back. Town field is right up against the catcher.
Johnson Green ready. He thought he had it. He walked off the mound, but the pitch is low for ball 4.
Dave McKay thought it too, but
so that's the first walk issued by Saul Johnson Green. And here's Machismo. He's had a perfect night. Reached on an error in the first inning, and then he hit a home run in the third.
And he saved a couple of runs with his glove out there in right field.
He's got an interesting ritual. He lays his bat across the plate before he gets into his batting stance. Pitch is in there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. 2 men out, 1 on. We are in the bottom of the 5th. The Black Sox lead the Braves 3-1. Saul Johnson Green deals. There's a strike at the letters. In the top of the 6th for the Braves, they'll have Walsh, Clapes, and Kelly. The middle of the order coming on up. It's getting late.
Yes, it is.
The right-hander deals, lined off the end of the bat. That'll be into center field for a base hit. So Machismo keeps his perfect night going. He is now 2 for 2. A single to center, and that'll move Shaw up to second base.
Fundamental plays being made by these teams is important. The center fielder surrounded that ball, got it in, threw it to third base, kept him in at second. So we've got a force play.
Here's Bichler. He's flied to center and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Johnson Green looking for that final out. Pitches off the mid of the catcher. No advance.
Well, look at Machismo.
Machismo's caught off the bag, and he overslid the bag, and now he's trapped between first and second in a rundown. And nobody was covering first, so he's able to get back in, and the runner goes to third while all that was going on.
Button. Who's got the button, Matilda?
So Machismo winds up at first, and then Shaw will advance to third in one of the craziest plays you'll ever see. I don't even know how to score that play.
Well,
there was a caught stealing initially.
Somebody had to make an error for the man to advance to third base. But it was a mental error, so you can't charge an error.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the argument or question is here. I think it was just a question. And if it's coming from Pete Lankage, he's a fine gentleman.
Yes, he
I don't
sure
think I've
is.
ever seen him angry.
Sure, absolutely.
I don't want to see him angry tonight either.
Dave, I'm going to score that as a rundown to advance the runner to third.
Not a bad job.
For lack of an official scoring notation.
That's fair.
Runner back to the bag on a pickoff move.
The crazy part of that play, John, is Machismo was out twice.
He was.
He overran the bag, was in foul territory, and they didn't have anybody there to cover him.
And he's dancing around at first. They tried the bunt attempt to throw down on the stolen
And that's
base
a run.
attempt. And
That's
he's
a
in
run.
Second, and the double
That's
steal.
a run.
The run will
That's a
come
run.
home. There's an argument going on at the plate here. And Dave,
He got him at second base. He threw out Machismo at second base.
That's the final out of the inning. But did that run score?
No, I don't think so.
Third out was recorded on the base pass, yeah, so they...
Let's see what the umpires have to say here. They won't be talking to us, but...
So, at any rate, we have come to the end of the 5th inning. We'll sort it out for you when we come back. At the end of 5, it's the Braves trailing the Black Sox 3-1. This is coverage of the Yawkey League Championship Series, Game 7, the ESPN HD and the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
All right, we are back here in Dorchester, and Dave McKay, we have a new pitcher on for the Brighton Black Sox. Ben Youkilis is listed as number 1 on our roster. Youkilis is a right-hander, but this is a left-hander out on the mound, so I wonder if there's a little uniforms.
Maybe there's a uniform glitch here.
There's a line drive in left field to lead off the 6th inning. A line drive single to left.
Steve Walsh does his job, steps up to the plate, and does what he always does. Well, we've got number 1 as Ben Youkilis on our papers here, and he's from Endicott College. Played on the Hack Valley Panthers in the Cranberry League. So,
if indeed it is Youkilis, 1-0 with a 1.31 ERA.
Pinch runner for Walsh.
And he pitched in 9 games. Youkilis, 1 game in the postseason with an ERA of 4. So the Braves have indeed sent in a pinch runner. And the batter is the first baseman, Clapes. He's flied out to left, and he is single to center at 1 for 2. The left-hander deals, and it's cut on and missed.
On the social board here, John, it says he's a left-handed pitcher, so we get the right guy.
All right. The roster has it as righty-righty, so we're glad we have the right gentleman.
Yep.
He'll step off, and they've got the runner picked off. First baseman throws up to the second baseman. The rundown is on, and Walsh will be tagged out.
That is a terrible blunder by the base runner, and a terrific pickoff by the first baseman and the pitcher, Youkilis. That's one of the plays of the game right there.
1 to 3 to 4 on the caught stealing, and the Braves lose a critical base runner. Here's Clapes still at the plate, and he takes a fastball up high.
Well, you put the Brighton Sox back in the driver's seat by giving them an out on that.
Youkilis has pitched 2/3 of an inning here in the postseason. The pitch, there's a drive toward the shortstop. Reaching up and making the grab is Shaw, and that will be the second out of the inning.
Lazy loop at a shortstop, easy to catch.
The Black Sox are 4 outs away from a championship.
They're second in 2 years, if it happens.
Here's Kelly, the DH. 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second, and he's flied out to left.
This Brighton Braves team is going to have a lot to say about that, though,
They
John.
indeed will. Check swing, and he goes around for strike 1. Of course, games here in the Yawkey League are 7 innings long.
Lefty on lefty here.
Youkilis deals, caught on and missed. Good fastball there. He's ahead in the count, 0-2. Black Sox will bring up the 3-4-5 hitters. Cachopa, Zamparelli, and McLeod are due. As a high pop into shallow left, shortstop goes out, and making the catch is Shaw, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. 5.5 in the books. The Brighton Braves do not score in the inning, and they've got only 1 inning left to try and make a dent in this lead. It's 3-1 in favor of the Black Sox. Our broadcast tonight is proudly sponsored by Pilch Services, founded by Stan Pilch, a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more. catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. Check them out online at pilchservices.com. The founder is Stan Pilch. We move along to the bottom half of the 6th. The Brighton Black Sox will bring up Cachopa, Zamparelli, and McLeod, and Dave McKay. It has been the long ball. That has been the story for the Black Sox. They've got 2 home runs.
Legitimate ones, too.
Yep.
No crying in baseball. When you hit the ball out of the park, it's out of the park.
The Braves came into this game tonight hitting .303 as a team. And that is 41 points higher than the Black Sox team average. Johnson Green still out there. Here's Cachopa leading off, and he takes the first pitch for a called strike. Cachopa has hit into a force play and grounded out to short. He is 0 for 2. And an off-speed pitch is in there.
Working the corners there. Nice job.
For a called strike. Johnson Green operating from the stretch with no runners on. The pitch, ground ball chopped down to shortstop. Took a bad hop. It's off the glove of Lush into shallow left field. And Cachopa will lead with a base hit for the Black Sox here in the bottom of the 6th.
Cachopa uses his big head on that. Turns around first base, sees that Lush has the ball in his possession, and he returns back. He's a key runner right now. Don't want to be thrown out by being over-aggressive on the base paths.
Here's Zamparelli. He's got a home run in the first, a 2-run homer, and then an infield single in the 4th. Runner leads off first. Johnson Green ready to go, and a breaking ball misses downstairs for ball 1. If you're just joining us, the light tower down the left field line has been out since the beginning of the ball game.
I would like to thank both teams and the umpires for making sure that this game is in progress.
And it looks as though it hasn't been too much of a hindrance so far, Dave.
No, it hasn't. It looks darker when we look straight away, but if you look on the Showstackian camera angle, you can see that there's some light out there.
Pitch was cut on and missed. Lead man on with an infield single. Black Sox trying to pad a 3-1 lead. The pitch in there for a called strike. Of course, this series was supposed to end. Game 7 would have been last night, but we had a rainout that pushed the series back a day.
Then you had the shoulda, coulda, woulda ifs. You know, where do we play? I was scampering around at 8 o'clock this morning trying to find a place to play baseball. And the Parks Department graciously offered us the opportunity to play here. And I want to thank Paul McCaffrey and Eileen Pembroke, who do the scheduling for the city of Boston. They are wicked piss of people. They have really bent over backwards for us.
Runner with a 2-step lead at first. Johnson Green, long set, and the pitch is over but low.
Some begging on the sidelines there, but
Richards tried to frame that pitch, Dave.
He did. He did.
Johnson Green will check the runner at first. Infield at double play depth as the pitch misses high for ball 4.
I don't think he wanted to do that. We had a timeout in the conference. Pitching coach Pete Lankard, who was a great pitcher in his time. Tall, lanky guy.
So that will be the second walk given up by Saul Johnson Green.
Also a little bit of a thing about Pete Lankard, just he sings in a rock group.
Nice.
I forget the name of it, but they're very they're circulated around all the bars and nightclubs in Boston. Now I'm angry with myself. I can't remember it.
You'll think of it when you're not trying to think of it.
I don't want to have any more Joe Biden moments. I had one of the open ones.
Here's McLeod. Struck out and hit into a 6-4 3-double play. Here's the pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That is a fair ball. That's going to get at least one run in. Left fielder will fish it out in the corner. Both runners are going to come across. A 2-run double, and that makes it a 5-1 game. Jared McLeod with the insurance hit there for the Black Sox.
Another key hit by Jared McLeod. That thing was scalded down the third baseline, and just there. Game of inches, the game of baseball, boys and girls.
2 RBIs for McLeod. Cachopa scores from second. Zamparelli comes all the way across from first, as the pitch to Baker is a called strike.
Gives the Black Sox a bit of a comfort zone going into the last inning.
They need just 3 defensive outs to secure the championship. They'll have at least a 4-run lead when we get there. The pitch. Fastball low and away. Still nobody out in the inning. 5-1 Black Sox here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch will miss downstairs. Dave, it's a shame there has to be a losing team here. What a great season for both of these teams.
Well, these guys have been rivals for decades, and it's tough to see a loser.
Ground ball hits to the left side. Third baseman up with it. He'll hold the runner, and the throw gets away, and that will advance the runner. That's going to be an E5.
Braves getting a little sloppy here. They need to tighten up the buttons a little bit. This game isn't over. But Tracy and Griffith have been friends, or shall I say, frenemies, for many, many years.
E5 on that play. Baker reaches on the error. That'll move McLeod over to third. And here's Okamoto. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out and popped to the shortstop. Johnson Green deals. Popped up to the right side. Ball is drifting to the right fielder. He'll make the catch. No tag at third. That'll be the all-important first out of the inning.
John Griffith wisely holds the runner at third base. Ted Tracy does have a good arm. And actually, the best part of that is Tracy's running towards the plate and making the catch at the same time. So his momentum gives him that opportunity to throw the runner out if he decides to go.
Here's Rolando Rodriguez. Hit into a 6-3 double play in the second inning. Was called out on strikes in the fourth. Runners at the corners, one away. And the runner breaks for second as Rodriguez swings and fouls it up over the roof and out of play.
Griffith is not afraid with a man on third base to have his man on first base take a shot at second.
Runners lead from the corners. Johnson Green ready to deal. And here it is. Fastball is fouled straight back. Once again, I want to thank our outstanding crew. Arlen Shostak is our producer and director. Chris Murphy is our technical consultant. Chris did a yeoman job today getting things squared away. Here's the pitch.
Nice pitch.
Is upstairs.
And thank you, John, for your dedication to the Yawkey League as well. And we got a thanks to Sclaver. I got to call him Stu Slacker because he didn't show up tonight, but that's okay.
Stu's under the weather. We wish him well. Pitch is cut on and missed as the runner will advance to second.
I hope he's okay. I didn't mean to be making fun of him. Or maybe he's out with one of his GFs. He's got a ton of them.
Rodriguez strikes out.
Stu is a chick magnet. Good man.
That'll be a stolen base for Baker. So second and third, and here's Shaw, and he'll take it low ball one. Shaw has struck out and walked. So we've got 2 away. Runners at second and third. Black Sox have added 2 runs, and they have a 5-1 lead. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. In the bottom, the top of the 7th for the Braves, it'll be the lower third. Tracy, Sox, and then Hawk. There's a high pop foul back upstairs over the roof and out of play. One could think of this matchup as the Rogers Park rivalry.
Correct.
Both in Brighton. Here's the pitch. In there for a called third strike, and that will retire the side. So Shaw is called out on strikes. That's it. But two crucial runs come in. 2 runs, 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. Last chance for the Braves. At the end of 6, it is the Brighton Black Sox 5 and the Brighton Braves 1. Stay with us for the exciting conclusion coming up next. You're listening and watching the Yawkey League Championship Game 7 on ASPN HD and the Harbor Light Sessions Radio Network.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
We are back here at Garvey Park in Dorchester as history could be made here. 3 outs to go. Ted Tracy leads off for the Braves here in the top of the 7th. Youkilis with the first pitch. It's a strike. Tracy has lined out to the pitcher and lined out to the right fielder. He's 0 for 2. The pitch from Youkilis downstairs, ball 1.
Ted Tracy, an epic player over the years.
Youkilis deals, popped up to the left side. Third baseman in foul territory makes the grab, and that'll be the first out.
Dedicated hours that you wouldn't even want to think about to building this ball club into a championship caliber team.
Here's Theo Sox. He has doubled and singled, 2 for 2 with a run scored. The left-hander Youkilis, who came in the 6th inning, fires a strike in there. 0-1. Next offering is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The left-hander ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Nothing's easy in baseball. There's still 2 outs to get.
The hardest
this
outs to
game's
get.
Not in the books.
Youkilis will miss high with the fastball. 2-2. 5-1 Black Sox, top of the 7th. They're 2 outs away from the championship. Off-speed pitch, cut on and miss, strike 3. Sox strikes out, and the Brighton Braves are down to their last out.
Big pitch, big out. And the Brighton Sox are on the cusp of their 2nd Yawkey League championship in a row.
Here's Jack Hawk. He struck out twice, swinging both times. The left-hander deals, and it's upstairs, ball 1. It's been very entertaining baseball throughout this entire series. Swing and a miss.
And a tremendous relief appearance here for Youkilis.
The left-hander deals, swing and a miss, and they are 1 strike away. Black Sox can feel it on the first base side of the field. Youkilis, the left-hander, ready. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Brighton Black Sox are 2024 Yawkey League champions. They have defeated the Brighton Braves by a score of 5-1. And the celebration is on out near the pitcher's mound. Dave McKay, the Black Sox, coming from a 3-2 deficit, and they come back and win it.
No shame in being the runner-up in this league. These 2 teams have fought every single opponent from the middle of May until the end of August. And a big round of applause to John Griffith and his Brighton Black Sox and Ted Tracy and the Brighton Braves. The rivalry is strong. The series was fantastic. It was great to be here for these last 2 games and be a part of this great enterprise. The Yawkey Baseball League is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that.
All right, for our radio audience on the Harbor Light Sessions Network, Radio Network, we're going to sign off. Thank you so much for being with us. Our next event on the network will be on September 14th. Live book signing at the Barnes & Noble in Manchester, New Hampshire. Go to johnrleahy.com to learn more about that. Our television audience will be back for the post-game festivities from the ballpark, Garvey Park in Dorchester.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Welcome back to Garvey Park in Dorchester. Brighton Black Sox with a 5-1 win over the Brighton Braves. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Pilch Services, founded by Stan Pilch. They are a top general contracting company specializing in insurance damage and home remodeling. Whether your home is damaged by a storm, fire, or other events, they offer expert repairs and guide you through the insurance process to maximize your claim. They also excel in renovating kitchens, baths, basements, and more, catering to all your home improvement needs. Trusted for exceeding expectations, staying on budget, and delivering exceptional results, Pilch Services is your go-to partner for quality service. Check them out online at pilchservices.com. We'd like to welcome in the manager of the winning team, the Brighton Black Sox, John Griffith. And John, this has to be a good feeling. You're down 3-2. Yep. You come back and win 2 in a row.
Yep.
What is the mood right now of your Black Sox team?
We're all excited. It's a lot of fun. There was a little bit of expectation. I think we felt like we knew we could still win 2 in a row. We just, we in the base series, we went down 0-2 and had to come back and win 3 in a row. So we felt comfortable with the 2 starting pitchers we had in terms of Mondro, who threw really well last night, and then Noski tonight, who threw really well again. He just bouncing back from Game 4. But we're excited. We're happy. 2 in a row is awesome.
Talk about the quality opponent you faced in this Braves team. They are talented from top to bottom.
Well, they're a good mix of older players that have been in the league for a while and a bunch of young kids. There's some kids that are coming in out of high school and some kids in college. Scrappy bunch. They never give up. Like, we had 2 of our wins. They scored 6 runs in the 7th inning to really make it interesting. They've challenged us. We saw it last year with them too. We had to beat them in the semifinals, and they gave us all we could handle, and which really set us up for the first championship. So, hats off to Teddy and his whole team. They're awesome.
I was impressed with the top of your order tonight. You've got a lot of speed at the top of the lineup there, and that really made the difference, didn't it?
Tonight, as much. A little bit, yeah, but I mean the swings. I mean we got the two really big swings that we needed.
Yeah.
And then I mean we fortunately with Mike behind there, Richards behind the plate, it's kind of tough to run. He's kind of shut us down a little bit in the series. But
the future of the Yawkey League looks bright, John. It was a terrific season up and down the board there, and there's expansion here with the Yawkey League. So you got to feel good about where the league is going forward.
I feel great. Like this was the first year of interleague, which was really interesting, and I think it helped show kind of where we fit within the other leagues, because I think we've always been looked down upon a little bit, but we won the Black Sox. We played the first interleague game against the Lexington Bulldogs, and we won that game. We also beat the Lexington Blue Sox, and we had a good record against the Intercity League. So I think it's interesting to see where we're at and where we can go from here. So,
well, John, congratulations. I know you want to go celebrate with the guys. 5-1, the Black Sox win. Congratulations, you guys, are the 2024 Yawkey League champions.
Yep, thank you.
That's John Griffith, manager of the Brighton Black Sox. We will take a break and be back with more on ASPN HD. We are back at Garvey Park in Dorchester alongside Dave McKay. I'm John Leahy. History was made tonight as the Brighton Black Sox win the 2024 Yawkey League Championship with a 5-1 win over the Brighton Braves. And Dave, a fitting end to the 2024 Yawkey League season. It goes 7 games, and the Black Sox win the last 2 to win it.
And congratulations to Griff. Congratulations to his Black Sox. They are 2024 Yawkey League champions 2 times in a row. That's a hard thing to do. And we got a long off season to plan for 2025.
Well, certainly the future looks bright for the Yawkey League, Dave, and you got a lot of momentum heading into this year. A lot of good things to talk about.
We do, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you, Alan Shostak. Thank you, Chris Murphy. Thank you very, very much, my partner here in crime, John Leahy, and Stu Sclaver, wherever you are.
All right, so the Brighton Black Sox are the champions. They defeat the Brighton Braves 5-1. For our producer-director, Alan Shostak, for our technical on-site consultant, Chris Murphy, and for Dave McKay, I'm John Leahy saying so long from Garvey Park in Dorchester. The final score for the final time, the Brighton Black Sox 5 and the Brighton Braves 1. The Brighton Black Sox are your 2024 Yawkey League champions.